You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
It's senior night for the Cougar boys basketball team here at Kearsarge Regional High School. Recognition for our guys that will be graduating as they prepare for their last regular season game here at the Carl Hill Gym on the Marty Brown Court.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Marty Brown Court in the Carl D. Hill Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Kearsarge Regional High School. Tonight's varsity game features the Golden Eagles of Gilford High School and your Cougars of Kearsarge Regional High School. All right, tonight is senior night. We're going to recognize those guys playing in their last regular season game here at Kearsarge. All right, so I'd like to first bring out the manager, Dan Wexler. Dan should be accompanied by his mom, Mickey, his stepdad, James, and Serja and Bella were out here with him as well. Dan has made a huge impact on our team this year. His energy and enthusiasm is infectious to the boys, and he always makes sure everyone is locked in. We thank you for helping our program and wish Dan the best of luck next year.
Yeah, nice job, man.
All right, next let's bring out number 35, Carter Wheeler. Carter's got his dad, Brad, his stepmom, Becky, his sister, Carly, and his sister, Allie. Carter is pure energy and has one speed. He is a tremendous teammate and can really help us at both ends of the court with his athleticism. His smile can light up a room, and his loyalty to friends and teammates is one of his stronger qualities. We thank Carter for all his efforts and wish him the best of luck. All right, let's bring out number 12, Blake Greco. He's with his mom, Samantha, his dad, Vincent, and his brother, Grafton. Blake is one of our captains and has really stepped up this year with leadership and being a great role model for the younger players. All of these qualities will help him beyond basketball as he hopes to major in criminal justice and become a state trooper. We thank Blake for all he's given our basketball program and wish him the best of luck next year. All right, next, let's bring out number 20, Caleb Lopez. Caleb's with his dad, Chris, his stepmom, Alicia, his brother, Tanner, and his sister, Lena. Caleb is a great kid who has worked hard and accepted his role on the team. He gives all he can in practice, and he's always ready to off the bench to step up. He's a good teammate, active in school, and a positive role model in our community. We thank Caleb for his dedication and wish him well next year. All right, next, number 2, Davin Bowley. Davin's got with his mom, Siobhan, his dad, Bill, his brother, Max, Trevor, and Grandpa Riel. Davin is one of the captains, a tremendous teammate, and a role model. He works hard and gets the most out of each practice and game. He also played a key role in last year's run to the state finals. He's a strong student and hopes to continue his education, heading to college and majoring in business management. Let's wish Dav the best of luck. All right, last, let's bring out number 21, the sequel pride to Campground Road, Bragan Kinzer. He's accompanied by his mom, Tamara, his dad, Ed, his brother, Eddie, and his grandmother, Janie. Bragan has been a great captain and leader of our program. He has also played a key role in last year's run to the state finals. He has given countless hours to Cougar Camp and mentored many kids in our program, showing them the right way to do things both on and off the court. Bragan has a bright future, and we wish him the best of luck.
Well, that wraps it up here for the senior ceremony. We'll have the game coming up for you shortly after, but thank you for tuning in and looking forward to the game. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 14 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. By Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. By Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. By The Big Spoon, a small batch bakery and ice cream shop in the heart of Newport, specializing in handcrafted baked goods, exclusive super premium ice cream, coffee drinks, and now soup and sandwiches. By The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Lake Sunapee and Sunshine Town areas. By Twin State Paving, your locally owned and family-operated paving company. 5 generations of #1 pavers serving New Hampshire and Vermont. You can find us on the web at twinstatepaving.com. Additional support is provided by Old Hampshire Design.
But what if someone's challenged?
Welcome to the YCN Game of the Week. Tonight we are on the campus of Kearsarge Regional High School as the Cougars host the Golden Eagles of Gilford on senior night. I'm Drew Dumont and excited to call all the action for you. So this game, it's a good matchup to end out the season. You got 2 teams who are going to be playoff teams, looking like both squads are going to host a home game here next week for the first round of tournament action. Gilford currently sitting 5th in the Division III standings with a record of 14-3. Kearsarge, they're 7th right now with a record of 12-5. Big game to finish things out. We'll see where everybody lands as the bracket's set to come out early next week. And we're also celebrating our seniors tonight, of course, on senior night. So just appreciate every one of them and what they've done for both of their teams throughout this season. Stay tuned for all the action on YCN's Game of the Week.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, propane and motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. By North Cape Design Build, for building a custom home from the ground up. A stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, and beautifully executed designs. By Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper, Echo Communication. By La Valley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at La Valley Building Supply. By Barton Insurance Agency, providing local access to all your business and personal insurance needs from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. By Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. By the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Lake Sunapee and Sunshine Town region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. By Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts with a gallery showcasing local arts and artists. Main Street Bookends in Warner. And by Twin State Paving, 5 generations as the #1 pavers doing stonework and patios too. Family owned and operated, serving the Twin States from Newport, New Hampshire. Thank all of our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome once again here to beautiful North Sutton, New Hampshire, the site of our YCN broadcast at the Kearsarge Regional High School. Kearsarge taking on Gilford in boys basketball action. This is the last game for both teams in this regular season. Both teams are going to be playoff teams looking to host a first round game next week. We'll see where everybody lands in the standings, but if nothing else, this is big for momentum as well. Get some chance to be battle tested tonight. The atmosphere tonight, I expect it to feel a lot like a playoff game. We have a lot of fans in attendance. Not only did Kearsarge bring their fans, but Gilford brought a lot of their fans from the Lakes region as well by the looks of it. They're out here to support all of the seniors from both teams. So it should be a lot of fun tonight. I'm certainly looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see what things look like. We're about to do the starting lineups. Kick it to the house here.
All right, everybody, let's have our starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Golden Eagles, coached by Rick Equiano. At guard, a sophomore, number 14, Owen Hawkins. At forward, a junior, number 20, Bryce Cook. At guard, a senior, number 1, Mark Bucher. At forward, a senior, number 11, Henry Sleeper. And at center, a senior, number 33, Brian Folan. And now for the Cougars, coached by Nate Camp. At forward, a senior, number 20, Caleb Lopez. At guard, a senior, number 35, Carter Wheeler. At forward, a senior, number 2, Davin Bowley. At guard, a senior, number 12, Blake Rico. At forward, a senior, number 21, Bragan Kinzer. And our sixth man tonight, our senior, the manager, Dan Wexler. The officials for tonight's game are Kevin Chapman and Alan Hammond. And now, if you're able, would you please rise? Gentlemen, please remove your hat. And if you so desire, place your hand over your heart. And let's honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
We're going to pause for the anthem. A lot of energy in the building tonight. You can certainly hear it here. This is exactly what you want when you're in the middle of the summer training in July and you're hot and sweaty and you just want to go out and have some ice cream with your friends, but you still stay and you keep training. It's for moments like this, games like this is why you do this, why you put in the work, why you wait a whole year to get back into action now. And this is the final regular season game. Right before the playoffs. This is going to feel like a playoff game. You can already tell these games are huge. These games are so much fun. Teams battling for playoff positioning, trying to figure out where they can get the best road to Keene. That's really what it's all about in the end. Keene State College in 15 days for the state championship. Now this is how you navigate there. Final game of the regular season, and then next week, the start of the playoffs. Gilford's got possession early in this one. They pass it around. Defense chant from the Cougar crowd. after the jumper is up there. Good for Owen Hawkins. First bucket of the night. Now let's see if the Cougars can come up with a response here. They're starting out with all seniors, which means that Eli Whipple will start out the game on the bench. They're all-state guard. Looking at the Cougar offense, seeing how it runs. Good bucket there. A response on the other end of the floor from Kearsarge. That's Davin Boley. The three and a response on the other end of the floor. These teams trading blows. Owen Hawkins. Kearsarge looking to see where they can go, dealing with some, looks like they're turning into a zone coverage, switching off here. We get a travel called here. This one goes against Bragan Kinzer. So possession will switch sides back to the Golden Eagles. Neither team pressing in this one. Loud Cougar crowd. Gilford passes it around for three. Wow, what a bucket there. Mark Euchre. Fired too high there. Bryce Cook was looking to the wing. And too much spin on that one. So Gilford to get it back. And that's your answer there. About a minute and 35 seconds until they decided to bring Eli Whipple into the game. That's how much of an X factor the junior all-state guard is for this team. Hops into the game, immediately snatches a rebound. It's down the floor, drives to the bucket. He scoops that rebound out of the air here, so he's got one defensive and one offensive now. Was not in the act of shooting, so the first foul of the game goes against Ryan Folan. But Kearsarge gets a chance. Whipple on the catch and shoot does not fall that time for him, and it's rebounded by the Golden Eagles. Taken away there in the middle of the floor. That was Bragan Kinzer who helped get back possession. Whipple showing off the moves. Passing it over now, this is Blake Grieco in through traffic. Battle for it on the floor. We're gonna get a jump ball here. Looks like it will stick with the Cougars with Kinzer on the outside to throw it in now. Ricochets off the rim. Just a bad luck there. Foul called. So that goes against Davin Boley.
Marty is in the line, shooting two.
Both sides with a foul each. Euchre makes good on that first opportunity. Good there on the second as well, so it starts off the night a perfect 2 of 2 from the line. Whipple with some nice moves here. He's working against Bryce Cook. In the corner, big bucket there. That's Bragan Kinzer for three. Kearsarge needed that in a big way. Fadeaway shot is good there. Henry Sleeper. Travel called here against the Cougs. Carter Wheeler had possession, was making some moves. Gilford with it. Defense chant from the Cougar bench. From the outside, falls short, rebounded by the Cougs. We get a foul called here.
Foul number 20, Bryce Cook. His first, team 2. Foul number 20, Bryce Cook. His second, team 3.
Another foul goes against Cook. So Coach Aquilano would decide to sub him out. Kearsarge has got it in the offensive end. Kinzer up at the bucket and good. So there's going to be no shot on the previous play with a 3-second in the paint violation. Here's the second look on the replay. What a great steal made there. Some heads-up basketball from Carter Wheeler of the Cougars. The long ball comes up short, but Kearsarge is quick to get it back. Good there off the glass. Carter Wheeler for 2. Kearsarge snatches possession back. To the bucket and good there. Wow. Whipple getting involved now. Timeout called for. Coach Aquilano and company decide to burn one there. You can see why, as the Cougars were going on a little bit of a run. They used to have a 7 or 8 point lead, and now it's down to just 1. So 30-second timeout called for by Coach Aquilano. The Big Spoon Bakery, Ice Cream and Coffee Shop in Newport is right across from the Opera House. Now featuring sandwiches and hot soup. Open Wednesday through Saturday. All YCN programs and specials can be seen anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. One of our local supporters is Old Hampshire Designs. They support our local athletes and their endeavors. Gilford with some fast-paced passing to try and keep up with the Cougar defense. From the outside, falls short. Whipple there on the boards. Right to the bucket. More points there for Carter Wheeler. Kearsarge's crowd's getting loud and into it now that they have the lead. For 3, ricochets off the rim, corralled in there by the Cougars. Kearsarge has got the momentum back in this one after a little bit of a slow start. Eli Whipple's presence back in the game is certainly helpful, but how about the play of Reagan Kinzer and Carter Wheeler? They've done a lot of little things well in this one. Fadeaway jumper for the long two. Falls just short. Scooped up there by Henry Sleeper from the rim. So the Gilford offense will get back to work here.
Kearsarge for 12, Blake Rico. His first, team 2. The game going.
So you heard it there. It's Blake Rico being called for the foul.
Number 3, Hazen Weathers.
From the outside, a good response. Mark Euchre. Rebound goes to Gilford. Golden Eagle possession, back the other end of the floor.
Gilford foul number 23, Owen Wilton. His first, team 4.
Goes against Owen Wolpen of the Golden Eagles. 30 seconds showing on the clock here. A nice find there at the low post as Reagan Kinzer lays it in. He's already got 7 points just in the first quarter of action. Some aggressive defense here. Hazen Weathers doing a good job.
Kearsarge foul number 3, Hazen Weathers. His first, team 3.
Then he gets caught with a foul at the end. 7.1 showing on the clock. That's how much time Gilford's got to work with. The long 3 is good there at the buzzer. Mark Euchre with his third 3 of the first quarter. And that will do it for the opening quarter of action. The Gilford Golden Eagles 18 and the Kearsarge Cougars 15. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 14 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. By Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. By Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. By Twin State Paving, your locally owned and family operated paving company. 5 generations of #1 pavers serving New Hampshire and Vermont. You can find us on the web at twinstatepaving.com.
Welcome back here to the Carl Hill Gym in beautiful North Sutton, New Hampshire. We're at Kearsarge Regional High School tonight for this final regular season matchup between the Gilford Golden Eagles and the Kearsarge Cougars. It was all knotted up at 15, looked to end the first quarter that way, but Mark Euchre added 3 more on for the Golden Eagles, and he adds another 3 here to start out the second quarter. He's got 4 threes already in this game for a total of 14 points. Wow. This one goes Kearsarge's way. So it will be Cougar basketball. I think they're going to throw it in. Euchre's having a conversation there with a official. So Cougar basketball taken away in the middle. Good heads-up defensive play from Henry Sleeper. Driving to the hoop. Gets a couple there. It's Owen Wolpen.
Owen Wolpen for 2.
Three ball. Comes up short. The putback, no good either there. Got to give Whipple credit for the effort on that one. It appears going to be a foul here. Another one against Wolpen. Cougar basketball. Rico to the bench. Kearsarge with it. Driving to the hoop. Gilford basketball here.
Kearsarge foul 15. Eli Whipple, his first, team 1. Kearsarge foul 3. Hayes Williams, his second, team 2.
So it's going to be Gilford basketball here on their own end. They lead this one by 8. Trying to expand that lead from the outside for 3. Good there. Owen Hawkins now. Everybody getting involved from beyond the arc. So Coach Camp's going to call a timeout as all of a sudden the Cougars trail by 11. We'd like to thank Taylor Lipinski and everyone here at Kearsarge Regional High School for their always excellent hospitality and cooperation in making today's coverage possible. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found on page 3. North Cape Design Build's legacy of trust successfully cultivated over 40 years as they support the boys and girls clubs in our area with the Mount Sunapee Duck Drop every October. Bubba's Bar and Grill has a full menu of amazing seafood, landfare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, their Muddy Paws Pet Wash, and Auto Bath Car Wash. Stay tuned at the end of our game for their player of the game. Whipple stumbling through the defense there. Good job to hang on to the basketball.
Gavin Forrest, his first, team 2.
Whipple throws it in here. Him and Kinzer will get to work up the floor. That's thrown out, so it's going to be Golden Eagle basketball here. Gilford not making it easy. Whipple's got it in the middle of the floor. Back into Whipple, taken away there in the middle. Right to the hoop there, and cashes in with some points. That's Owen Hawkins. He's got 10 already. Whipple quickly trying to answer. Shots not falling for him tonight right now. The three doesn't go. Kearsarge will get it back here. Doesn't go that time. Mason Prescott trying to make something happen. On the other end of the floor, it's Hawkins again. Game starting to get out of hand. Kearsarge had trailed by 8, had come back to take a 1-point lead, and now all of a sudden it's a 15-point advantage for the Golden Eagles. Kinzer trying to get something here, and one. That's the play that the Cougars needed. Second look, grabs it, patience to wait up for the two defenders to go up, and fights through the contact. Kinzer makes good on that additional chance. Off the glass and good. Sleeper tacks in another. He's got 4 points in this one. Whipple facing some really tight defensive coverage. Kinzer smothered over on the wing. Goes against Gilford here.
Gilford foul number 11, Henry Sleeper. His first team foul.
Another one here against the Golden Eagles. That's something they're going to have to look out for.
Gilford foul number 20, Bryce Cook. His third, team 5. Eli's at the line, shooting 2.
Whipple misses the first. That's unlike him. Makes good on the second. Up the floor here, little stutter step.
Kearsarge foul number 2, Gavin Thornton. His second, team 3. Marty with the line. Shooting 2. He's going to Kearsarge number 12, Blake Rico.
Cougars pass it around. We get a whistle here. Gilford's going to get it back. Euchre with another bucket. Timeout, 3:34 to go here in the second quarter.
30 seconds.
North Cape Design Built's legacy of trust successfully cultivated over 40 years as they support the boys and girls clubs in our area with the Mount Sunapee Duck Drop every October. Bubba's Bar and Grill has a full menu of amazing seafood and fare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, their Muddy Paws pet wash, and auto bath car wash. Stay tuned at the end of our game for their player of the game. Through contact there.
Kearsarge foul, number 35, Carter Wheeler. His first, team 4.
So Wheeler picks up the first foul of the game against him. You could hear that one. Wow. That's a battle there at the end of the floor. Trying to stop him at the hoop. Was able to do so, but going to pick up a foul. So Wheeler quickly picks up his second after picking up his first. That sends Gavin Forrest to the line.
Shooting 2.
Foul against Kearsarge. It looks like it's a tech. So that's going to give some additional chances here to Gilford. It is a technical. I will go down at halftime if we don't get official word here and see if I can get confirmation about this. Misses that one. The gym goes wild. So it looks like the foul is here. I think that's against Carter Wheeler, the tech. His foot was on the line. That doesn't count. The gym goes loud here. Wow. That was a violation for his foot being over the line. The entire Kearsarge coaching staff and bench stood up to let the officials know. So a wild sequence with 3:07 left here till halftime. Gilford turns it over here, so a big swing in momentum. The Cougars still trail by 17, but if they can go on a little bit of a run here, they can start making up some of those points. Cut into the deficit before half. Jumper doesn't go that time. Rico was trying to get it there. Ooh, good response there on the other end of the floor. This is Gavin Fours. Another look. That was well fed there. Right under the hoop. Another one against Whipple. Euchre at the line now. Good there on the first. Misses that one. Out of bounds. Mason Prescott tried to corral it in. One of the shorter players on the floor. That's always going to be tough. The juniors contributed a lot to this Cougar team. Calling on him now to try and help in a tough situation with Gilford up by 20 now. Drive to the hoop and fouled there.
Kearsarge foul number 33, Quinn Cusick, his first.
First one against Cusick.
Henry sleeps with the line, shooting two.
Off the front of the rim. For Sleeper, he's got a second coming up. Good there off the glass. Very enthusiastic reaction from Bryce Cook. Whipple trying to help them get back in this one. Kinzer from the outside. Long two falls short. Airballs that one. Kearsarge initially kept it. Some good heads-up defense from Gilford. Down the floor. Blocked there! What a block on the other end of the floor. Davin Bowley. Another look at that crazy block. Devin Bowley comes flying through the air. Ooh. Looked more like he had missed it there on the second. But Bowley was right there. Wow, putting some pressure there. No doubt had an impact as you saw him catching up in his peripheral vision. Under a minute to go now. Gilford in control, leading by 22. Kearsarge very happy as Gavin Forrest gets called for that one. Excuse me, I guess that's Owen Wolpen. I thought it was against Forrest. Whipple. Looks like there's a foul here against Gilford.
Gilford foul, number 11, heavy sleeper, his second. Eli's at the line, shooting 2.
So Eli Whipple's got 2 chances here at the free throw line prior to half. They've done a nice job limiting him here. He's only got 4 points with a chance to make it 5 here in the opening quarter. It's not uncommon to see him in double figures at this point, you know. Good there on that one. At the buzzer, 3! You've got to be kidding me. Henry Sleeper drains it. And Gilford will take a 44-21 lead in the half. Let's have another look. Wow, perfectly drawn up catch and shoot there. 44-21 is where we sit. Gilford in control of this one. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, propane and motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. By North Cape Design Build, for building a custom home from the ground up. A stunning waterfront property overlooking Lake Sunapee or Pleasant Lake, or the fabulous remodel you've been planning for a decade. North Cape Design Build can help your dreams become reality. High-end custom craftsmanship, discerning contractors, and beautifully executed designs. By Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997. And much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper, Echo Communication. By La Valley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at La Valley Building Supply. By Barton Insurance Agency, providing local access to all your business and personal insurance needs from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. By Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Bubba's award-winning seafood chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Bubba's Bar and Grill. By the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Lake Sunapee and Sunshine Town region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. By Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts with a gallery showcasing local arts and artists. Main Street Bookends in Warner. And by Twin State Paving, 5 generations as the #1 pavers doing stonework and patios too. Family owned and operated, serving the Twin States from Newport, New Hampshire. Thank all of our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back, everyone, to the halftime update of the YCN Game of the Week. Currently sit with Gilford in control of this one, leading by 23, 44-21 over Kearsarge on senior night, trying to spoil the party here. They had a lead right out of the gate. They were up by as many as 8. All of a sudden, Kearsarge came back, cut it to 1, and then the offense of Gilford just took over here, went up 30-15. Then it's just been a battle since then, with the Golden Eagles getting some foul shots there into the bonus as we wrapped up that second quarter of action. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
It's worth the visit to La Valley Building Supply in West Lebanon, New Hampshire, home of our flagship Kitchen Design Center. Step inside our 5,000 square foot showroom. Whether you're ready to design your dream kitchen or just want to explore what's new, you'll find inspiration everywhere. At La Valley's, there's a price point for every customer. Visit the flagship Design Center in West Lebanon or stop by any La Valley showroom across New Hampshire and Vermont. La Valley Building Supply, your hometown choice for kitchens since 1962.
You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. This is Drew Dumont here. Here's a look at the replay. Right before half, there was a three-pointer. Wow. Isn't it breathtaking? Even on replay, Henry Sleeper this time. Earlier in the game, it was Mark Euchre who did it at the end of the first quarter, and then also had another three early in the second quarter. Golden Eagles can make it rain threes when they want to. They've been able to do it here. I'm really anxious to see what happens with Kearsarge, what their game plan is to deal with this large of a deficit, because we've seen it down by 8, down by 10. Coach Camp quickly draws something up there in the locker room. They talk it over, they come out, they execute it. You blink and all of a sudden they're only trailing by 2 or 3. But quite a bigger margin here. 23 is no joke. We got a whistle here. Cougar basketball now. No fouls so far, based on the way this game has happened. That's going to change quickly, and it just did before I could even finish the sentence. Reagan Kinzer there, and 1. Goes against Sleeper. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Hauled in there by Whipple and company. Gilford gets it back. In the low post, up and good there. Ryan Folan. Layup there, Reagan Kinzer. Wheeler, foul. Crowd goes bananas, as you can hear. Gilford gets it back after the Euchre foul. Oh, excuse me. Another foul against Euchre. So he goes from 1 foul in the game to 3 in the blink of an eye. Now he's got to be cautious.
Number 1, Mark Euchre. His third, team 3.
They're going to call timeout here.
Timeout Gilford, final 60 seconds.
HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, their Muddy Paws pet wash, and auto bath car wash. Stay tuned at the end of our game for their player of the game. The next live YCN game of the week features the Kearsarge boys and girls in tournament action next Thursday and Wednesday if they draw a home game starting at 5:53 p.m. Please thank our underwriters for making our coverage possible. Barton Insurance Agency supports you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just doesn't apply to insurance, which is why every client gets their individual attention. The officials having a talk there. Something about a timer. Clock's running, all set up now, and we're good to resume action here.
Gilford foul number 23, Owen Wilkins. His fourth, team 4.
Owen Wolfen with another foul against him. One away from fouling out. He's really got to be cautious now. Davin Boley picks up some points there.
Kearsarge foul number 2, Davin Boley.
That's against Boley.
In the game for Gilford's number 33.
No surprise here. Coach Aquilano decides to sub out Wolfen, who's got 4 fouls. Looks like there's going to be an over-the-back foul here against Ryan Wolfen. Excuse me.
Number 33, Ryan Folan, is second. That's team 5.
Wolfen get a card called for another. So now they're up against the bonus.
Eli's at the line, shooting 2.
Whipple at the line. Coach Aquilano and the official having a conversation over there. Eli's good on the first. Eli Whipple, a perfect 5 of 5 from free throws after missing his first. Travel there. Kearsarge gets the ball back. I know they trail by 17, but there's 5:37 to go in this quarter, and they got the fouls going in their favor right now. That can be a big deal if you can get into the bonus. They're one away.
Kearsarge foul number 35, Carter Wheeler, his fourth, T2.
Foul against Wheeler, so he's going to be brought out pretty quickly here, I'd imagine.
Again for Kearsarge number 33, Quinn Cusick.
And Quinn Cusick comes in for him. They'll rotate Sleeper there on Gilford side. Jump ball coming up here.
Again for Gilford, number 20, Bryce Cook.
In the low post here. Gets it back there in the middle. It's Quinn Cusick who just came back into the game. In the corner. Blake Rico for three. All of a sudden, the Cougars with a little bit of swagger here. Coaches of both teams have got to be at least a little bit annoyed with the fouls. Both of their teams could be doing a better job on discipline. Euchre's first is good. Looks like it was a violation there, so that second one won't count. Some good moves there in the paint for Reagan Kinzer. Travel here. Kearsarge gets it back. Crowd's all wound up and upset right now. Another foul against Gilford. Uh-oh, Kearsarge in the bonus.
Gilford foul number 35.
So it'll be Folan's third. Coach Aquilano very unhappy. He completes a three-point play there. Reagan Kinzer. A response there from Folan on the other end. We got a whistle. Davin Boley in the game now for the Cougars. Bryce Cook's got his fourth against him, so he's probably going to be subbed out pretty soon. And he will be. Coach Aquilano puts Gavin Forrest in the game in his place. Reagan Kinzer makes good there. Defense, chant from the Cougar crowd. No backcourt here. They didn't establish position in their offensive zone. And one here. Gilford gets one of their own. Henry Sleeper. Boley in foul trouble now with 4. I bet you Camp's going to bring him out here in between free throws. Oh, excuse me, this is just one. So, Camp's having to talk with the official. Gilford converts there on their opportunity. Gilford's got a lot of height there in the paint, makes them challenging to deal with. Corner, wow! That doesn't count. It got waved off. It's going to be an offensive foul against Gilford. All right. I think it was offensive foul. It could have been a travel. I apologize. That's in the corner that's right out of my view. You can see the student section goes crazy here though. So it's a technical foul this time, I can tell you that for sure, against Gilford. Gets Eli Whipple to the line. Whipple from the outside, rebound, the putback is good there, Gavin Foley. The comeback is on here in North Sutton. From the outside, hauled in there underneath the bucket, knocked away, back up with it. Again, the rebound to Gilford. Foul finally against Kearsarge after rebound after rebound after rebound. Henry Sleeper to the line now. Second foul against Cusick of the game. Sleeper misses the first. In the game for the Eagles, number 3, Eric Hughes. Can see Spencer Cronus was having a conversation with Reagan Kinzer, Coach Camp there, to make sure that they were clear on what they were doing. They're trying to help him out. Sleeper converts there on the second. So I'm curious to see what they have drawn up here for Kinzer. He's got possession, so we're going to find out now, it looks like. A little bit of a move here, drive into the hoop. Foul. Gilford is beside themselves about these fouls. It's been being called both ways, so I don't think you can complain about the officiating. Both sides with a lot of fouls. Let me emphasize that, a lot. Falls in for Kinzer. And he's good on the second.
Kearsarge foul number 12, Blake Rico, his second. Team 6.
So Gilford back at the line now.
Gilford substitution number 23, Owen Walker.
Hawkins made good on that. In the paint. So Kearsarge with another chance. This one against Hughes. Kinzer good again. And again. Kearsarge has got it down to a 9-point game. Off the rim. Gilford will keep it. Always got to be on the lookout for the Gilford 3 here in the final minute. Euchre picks up a couple. Right back at it. It is Reagan Kinzer. Correction, I do think that was Gavin Forth. I think Bubba had it right. Not Mark Euchre. Apologies. but Kinzer, regardless, still makes the play. Time winding down. Look out for the Gilford buzzer beater three. Watch out, watch out. Kearsarge has got it. They're going to try one of their own. From way downtown, that misses, but the Cougars draw a lot closer here. As we enter the fourth quarter of play, it is Gilford 57 and Kearsarge 48. Stay tuned for the final quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist, much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 14 locations and celebrating over 60 years serving you with quality products and friendly service. By North Cape Design Build, who for over 40 years have crafted beautiful custom homes in the Lake Sunapee area of New Hampshire. By Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, where Bubba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. By Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. By Twin State Paving, your locally owned and family-operated paving company. 5 generations of #1 pavers serving New Hampshire and Vermont. You can find us on the web at twinstatepaving.com.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Drew Dumont here for the YCN Game of the Week. Very interesting matchup. We knew this was going to be a great one when we entered this week, looking ahead at the schedule, conclusion to regular season action for both these teams, the two blue and gold teams here in Division 3. Trying to harness some good momentum going into playoffs, fighting for some seeds and positioning. Travel here. Just wanted to make a note and remind you that this game is running a little bit long because of the senior stuff. If your cable happens to be cut off midway through our fourth quarter broadcast, the stream is still available on our website, ycnnow.com. It's on demand, so you can go check it out there in case the cable shuts off. So please make note of that, everyone. Back here, it is Kearsarge with it. Driving to the hoop, does not fall, a lot of contact there. Let's see if it's a foul or just friendly fire. This is going to be against the Cougars.
Kearsarge foul number 2, Brian Bowden, his fifth. Teamwork.
So that will be it for Gavin Boley here on his senior night. He gets a round of applause from the Kearsarge faithful as he walks off the court for what will be the final time as a regular season member of the Kearsarge Cougars. Now there's playoffs still coming up. That's the good news. Bucket there on the other end for Bryce Cook. Trip to the line here for Kearsarge.
Gilford foul number 11, Benny Silver, his fourth, team 1.
Good once again there. Reagan Kinzer's been on point tonight. He's been exactly what the Cougars needed. Off the glass and good there for Owen Wilpon. Gilford has possession here. They push it up the floor. Gilford gets it back. What a steal. To the bucket, and there's going to be a travel there against Gilford. Kearsarge to regain possession. Timeout, it looks like. No. Yes. Is it a timeout? Let's see.
Full 60 seconds.
Full 60-second timeout here. Okay. Today's game is being brought to you in part by La Valley Building Supply, home improvement, material, and service with over 60 years of serving you locally, now from 14 locations. Tune in every Thursday and Friday for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle at noon and 7 p.m. This is your who, what, where, and when show of the Kearsarge Lake Sunapee area. Twin State Paving supports all of our student athletes and is family owned and operated, serving the Twin States from Newport, New Hampshire. If you or your business would like to support our live coverage of boys and girls sports, email us at info@ycnnow.com to learn more. Tournament play and spring sports are still to come. It'll be Cougar basketball here. They still trail by 11, but we're down by as much as 23 at half.
Gilford for number 23, Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson, that's 5. That's 5. And number 23, Owen Wilson, this is 5.
Now it's Owen Wolpen, the junior, who gets a bit of an ovation as he comes off the floor here for the last time in the regular season as a junior. He'll be back next year as a senior, and he's still got the playoffs here for his junior year. Gilford's got it. Up the floor. Floater. Bank. Bryce Cook with another bucket. Rebound to Kearsarge. Up the floor here. Need points. Whipple from way down for a three. He's got it. Eli Whipple delivers his first three of the game. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Kearsarge. Cut it down to 10 now with 5 to go. And a response on the other end of the floor, if you ask me. Owen Hawkins with his own three. Rebound goes to Gilford. That was Ryan Fitzgerald. That's off the rim. Kearsarge gets it back. Offense is going to start having to operate quick. 13 with 4:29 to go, but you got to remember, no shot clock in the high school here, so can really wind that time down. Travel's going to be called here. This is against Blake Rico. Gilford's got possession here. Swinging the rock around, trying to go up with it in the paint, fighting through contact there. Heck of an effort there by Owen Hawkins. Doesn't go that time for Eli, usually gets those. Part of it is just the aggressiveness of this Gilford defense. They've been wearing this Cougar team down, but you could say the same about Kearsarge. They've wear down the defense of Gilford. It's going back and forth. It's a game of tug of war here. 3:25 still to go. Coach Aquilano decides to burn one here. They still have 3 left. If you or your business would like to support our live coverage of boys and girls sports, email us at info@ycnnow.com to learn more. Tournament play and spring sports are still to come. The Big Spoon Bakery, Ice Cream and Coffee Shop in Newport is right across from the Opera House. Now featuring sandwiches and hot soup, open Wednesday through Saturday. All YCN programs and specials can be seen anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. One of our local sponsors is Old Hampshire Designs. They support our local athletes and their endeavors. We'd like to thank Taylor Lipinski and everyone here at the Kearsarge Regional High School for their always excellent hospitality and cooperation in making today's coverage possible. Layup is good there for Henry Sleeper. Travel. This is against Euchre. To the hoop, rebound swatted away there, but they're gonna call him with a foul. Ryan Folan. .234 left. Reagan Kinzer's at the line.
In the game for Gilford, it is number 3, Emmett Hughes. Brady's at the line, shooting 2.
Another one. This is all unofficial, albeit, but what I have on my sheet now for Reagan Kinzer is 31. Gilford, immediate answer on the other end. Henry Sleeper. And 1 coming up here at the line.
Henry Sleeper with the line, shooting 1.
Snatched out of the air there by Emmett Hughes. Whipple for three. In the middle, take it away, Whipple to the glass and good. Eli Whipple dishes it in. Coach Aquilano will call timeout here.
Timeout, Gilford. 60 seconds.
The Big Spoon Bakery Ice Cream and Coffee Shop in Newport is right across from the Opera House. Now featuring sandwiches and hot soup. Open Wednesday through Saturday. All YCN programs and specials can be seen anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. One of our local supporters is Old Hampshire Designs. They support our local athletes and their endeavors. We'd like to thank Taylor Lipinski and everyone here at the Kearsarge Regional High School for their always excellent hospitality and cooperation in making today's coverage possible. Check out Echo Communications for all your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found on page 3. North Cape Design Build's legacy of trust successfully cultivated over 40 years as they support the boys and girls clubs in our area with a Mount Sunapee Duck Drop every October. Bubba's Bar and Grill has a full menu of amazing seafood, Landfair award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. Gilford gets it taken away. Cougars have it. They have to move fast. Whipple knows these situations. He's played in a championship. Eli, the long three is good. Eli Whipple doing Eli Whipple things, getting the Cougars closer in a game that seemed like it was out of reach. And now Kearsarge takes back possession here after the offensive foul from Gilford. That's 5 fouls against Euchre, and that will end his night. When I spoke with the coaches in pregame, Coach Aquilano said they're going to win tonight. They're going to need to take care of the ball and defend as a team. Bucket is good there from Whipple off the glass. Coach Camp talked about rebounding, defense, and attacking the zone defense of Gilford. They've done that well in the second half. Inside of a minute to go here. Kearsarge only trails by 6. And they'll get the ball back. My goodness, clock is running, clock is running, clock is running. Should be like 41.7 to go if you ask me. That's about where I saw it. Trying to fix the clock. The officials are talking about how much time. I think it's around 41.7. Should be about an extra 9 seconds on there. Now they're going to have a conversation. see if they get it sorted out.
22, Bryce Keller.
(38-1). 38-1. Kearsarge gets it back. Whipple's got it. Misses. Hauled in by Gilford. Ball's on the ground. Kearsarge goes for it. That's a travel. Wow. Travel against Gilford. Kearsarge gets it back.
Timeout. Kearsarge. 60 seconds.
(71-65) the lead. Kearsarge, they can draw something up here. A quick corner three perhaps. Get a steal, go to the intentional foul, do whatever it is they need to do to try and get it back, fire it back. For Gilford, they need to take care of the basketball. They need to defend and take care of the basketball. It all comes back to what Coach Aquilano said before the game. Take care of the basketball and defend as a team. He knows his team well. It just shows you here, like, this is what the game comes down to, is the key principles that each coach was talking about. Coach Camp talked about attacking the Gilford zone, rebound and defend. Those things matter here. If the Cougars can attack the zone here, they can rebound, or they can defend to get the ball back. That's exactly their keys to trying to either force overtime or win this one outright in regulation. And same for Coach Aquilano. What he said in the pregame is exactly right for what his team needs in order to win. There's a foul here against Emmett Hughes.
Reagan's at the line, shooting two.
That one is good there. Reagan Kinzer again. I think he's up around 32 now. Make it 33, unofficially, albeit.
Number 20, Karen Lopez. His second, team three.
Timeout called for by Gilford. They lead by 4. They need to take care of the basketball here. Who would have thought, with a 23-point lead entering half, that Kearsarge would be in this one, only down by 4 inside of 30 seconds. My goodness. Bubba's Bar and Grill has a full menu of amazing seafood, land fare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full-service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, their Muddy Paws pet wash, and auto bath car wash. Stay tuned at the end of our game for their player of the game. Gilford tries to feed it, and Kearsarge immediately goes to the intentional foul. This will be against Caleb Lopez.
His third, team 4.
23 seconds on the clock. Offensive foul against Gilford. Wow. This is officially lunacy. Wow, this is crazy. Nobody could believe this was going to happen. Was against Hawkins. Shot up, no good. Gilford corrals it. Kearsarge disappointed they didn't get it. Officials working to get things sorted out here. Excuse me.
Kearsarge foul on 21, Braden Kinzer. His first.
It's unbelievable that Braden Kinzer has been able to get into the 30s and play a full game of basketball before he registered a foul. And it was an intentional one because they had to. He was helping his team. It's an incredible performance we've seen from Braden Kinzer tonight. That's good there. Bryce Carroll trying to seal it away for Gilford. But there's this Kearsarge team lurking that never seems to go away. That shot misses. Quickly shooting. Somehow he drains it. Carter Wheeler for three. It's out of bounds. Kearsarge has the ball. Coach Camp calls timeout. Oh my goodness. Some Cougar magic here for Nate Camp and company in North Sutton. You were down by 23 points, and to be in this position, to have a chance to tie and go to overtime or potentially win the game here with a 3 with 6.2 to go is just crazy. Nobody could have seen it. Wow. Just a reminder for everybody out there listening, if you're watching on cable and the program happens to shut off in the next few minutes, you can go to our website, ycnnow.com, to watch the conclusion of this game on demand. Just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that. 6.2 to go. 72 to 70 to Gilford lead. Wow. Here we go. Cougars throw it in. Whipple, the guy you want with the ball. Passes it over the corner. Kinzer. No good. Rebound. It goes to Gilford. 0.7 of a second to go here. So Gilford's going to have a chance at the line. Credit to Coach Aquilano. The guys, a lot of pressure, a lot of adversity here.
Bryce Carroll at the line, shooting 2.
Kinzer again with the intentional foul. Converting that time. They're trying to ice this game here. That one misses. Rebound, and that will do it. The Gilford Golden Eagles win this one. 73 to 70 over the Kearsarge Cougars in a barn burner of a game. Wow. And now for our HR club, Kearsarge, turning up the heat, player of the game. Many great options to go with. Gonna go with Mark Euchre for Gilford. He made the plays early to help them build that lead and ultimately win the game, even though he fouled out. But got to give a giant tip of the cap there to Braden Kinzer for playing his heart out tonight on the floor. for his final regular season game with the Cougars. Wow, that was excellent. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. This is Drew Dumont for our entire team here at YCN, signing off and saying good night. Again, Gilford 73 and Kearsarge 70, and we'll be back next week for playoff action. Thank you.
It's worth the visit to La Valley Building Supply in West Lebanon, New Hampshire, home of our flagship Kitchen Design Center. Step inside our 5,000 square foot showroom. Whether you're ready to design your dream kitchen or just want to explore what's new, you'll find inspiration everywhere. At La Valley's, there's a price point for every customer. Visit the flagship Design Center in West Lebanon or stop by any La Valley showroom across New Hampshire and Vermont. La Valley Building Supply, your hometown choice for kitchens since 1962.